Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford S-Max ST line walk around video. But before we get started with the walk around, as it's the last one of the day, if you click on that subscribe button, you'll be seeing me again tomorrow. This here is a beautiful magnetic grey Ford S-Max ST line FHEV. So it's a full hybrid electrical vehicle, also known as a self-charging hybrid. So what that means is we have a 2.5 litre petrol engine that is feeding the front wheels to an automatic gearbox. You drive it, the battery charges up as you go, you get some incredible MPG out the back of it. The vehicle itself is registered on a 2023 registration, meaning we're taking Ford warranty with us until March 2026. Again, the vehicle is very low mileage, we've only done just over 4,500 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So sit pretty and let me take you to the near side front. And this is where we begin all of our walk around videos, because at this stage I dig deep in my pocket for the remote central locking key, and I click on the unlock button to wake up the daytime running lamps. Daytime running lamps give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting conditions. Even like now, it's actually quite dark, they are perfectly bright, and even on the brightest of summer's day you're always going to be seen by other road users. It doesn't stop there with the headlights, because they are full LED adaptive headlights in there, so some lovely headlights. Below is LED front fogs, and we also have front parking sensors. This vehicle is fitted with a beautiful driver assistance pack, which I shall cover in its entirety once we're inside the vehicle, but we've got so much to talk about, so little time, I'm going to crack on. That there is a front camera, so you have a front and rear camera on this one, front and rear parking sensors as well. Honestly, might be the most well-spec'd car I've ever seen in my life. Quickly progressing round to the offside front wheel, we can see these are gorgeous. These are, let me get down to it. So these are 19 inches in diameter, and they are the rock metallic alloy wheels, and they are fitted with the Continental Premium Contact 6 tyres as standard. Please note we also have the silver painted brake calipers. Only doing 4,500 miles of work, the tyres are in very good nick. Moving your attention to the windscreen before it's completely dark, so this time of day that sensor there will turn on your lights automatically. And further north in the top of the windscreen we have a long one at the front there, which is a traffic speed sign camera. So as you go past the varying speed sign, that will be shown on the dash ahead of you. You can also be used in conjunction with the intelligent speed limiter. Top right is a light sensor for the auto high beams, and top right is a rain sensor for the rain sensing wipers. Before we go back down to earth, that beautiful roof there is a panoramic roof. It's not opening, but it is a one piece of glass that lets an abundance of light into the cabin. Let's go south again. This is going to be like a spec check, this video, it's amazing. So lock the video, come on, lock the vehicle with the key. I'm going to take the camera to half zoom. It's on the door handle here. We have the 4 lines to signify we have keyless entry. A tap behind the door handle unlocks the vehicle, and a tap on those 4 lines will then again lock the vehicle. So if you have your hands full with shopping, handbags, kids, anything in between, it's a very convenient way to get into the vehicle. Please note, not only on the drivers, also on the rear passenger, all four corners. It's lovely. Also, inside those wind mirrors, not only are they heated and power folding, we also have blind spot assist monitors. Blind spot assist monitors will illuminate orange if someone was in your blind spot, either on the near side or the off side of your vehicle. Keep an eye out for them mirrors, because they'll fold in a minute, and that is because they time out if you don't open a door. So the keyless entry is a very safe system. So to aid with this lovely magnetic grey bodywork, the magnetic grey wheels, or the actually metallic rock wheels, beg your pardon, so many words in my head, we have some beautiful rear privacy glass, and that stretches all the way around the rear of the vehicle, matches the black roof. In addition, there you go, you just see the mirrors fold in. So before the sun does set and we're in the dark, let me just rock the camera back and forth, showing you just how beautiful the condition of this S-Max is. I've just done the photographs of this vehicle. It's just amazing. I am a big fan of it. It is in immaculate condition, like all the vehicles here at Perkins Garages. Now we are currently looking at the offside rear. Again, another beautiful Continental Contact 6 tyre with a silver brake caliper. That looks the business. Right, we're moving around the rear now. We have rear parking sensors, so front and rear parking sensors, and a front and rear camera, which is incredibly high definition. Again, I'll show you that on the screen in a minute. So again, this is the near side, and we're just going to gently rock the camera. We're going to get a bit tighter to it. Gently rock the camera all the way down the near side of the body, like so. Then take you to the near side rear wheel. Now we can follow it all the way down to the near side front wheel and give you a good look at that. So that's the exterior taken care of, corner to corner, door to door. Double click on the boot function on the remote central lock-in. That can then go back into my pocket for the duration. It's actually a hands-free one, so you can poke your boot underneath the tailgate there and it will open. To close it again, we have that beautiful closing button on the left hand side of the boot seal. So there's a lot going on here, so bear with me. Right, let's just draw your attention straight away to the left hand side of the boot. So currently we have 7 seats, 2, 3, that's 5, 6, 7, so 7 seats. Look at this magic. Left hand, right hand. Now we have a gigantic boot, a titan of all boots. Look at the size of that. That would be big enough for, well, I reckon anything. A couple of full-size lions, I'm not even joking here, a couple of big old lions laying down, more than happy. If you had the children, obviously I wouldn't advise lions in the car, but there we are. So those seats, as you can see, we have these lovely little pull tags here, so they can pull straight back up again. And when you want to do it, this is actually quite fun. I'm enjoying doing this. See you later. This tornado cover folds out and pulls out and clips into position. So if you're only using the 5 seats and had a large boot, recline those seats back down, they meet the end of there, it all works out lovely. If you did have passengers inside the rear, quite obviously you didn't have to keep this in there because you have no headroom, so that pulls in either side and you can remove the tornado cover. Have I covered everything? I think so. So anyway, gigantic big boot, 7 seats, beautiful interior, and that is where I'm going to be taking you now. So again, keyless entry on the rear doors. Love that feature. So like always on my videos, we start off looking at the door cards. More specifically in this case, we have retractable sunblinds on the windows. Moving ourselves down now, the beautiful ST line interior. So this is synthetic leather, all defined by this beautiful red stitching all the way around. These gloss black trims feature. We do have 4 electric windows on this vehicle, and you get a corresponding switch on every door card. And just below is a beautifully constructed pocket for all of your goodies. So these are the rear seats, so the middle row of seats on this beautiful S-Max. So again, an ebony leather defined by some red stitching, but you can see just how padded and durable they are, going to last you the test of time. I briefly mentioned it earlier, but you can recline these seats completely, so if you're on those longer journeys, you want a bit of a laid back, relaxing drive, you can do that, not a problem, well, considering there's no one behind you, of course. So ISO fixing points are very important. So these have 3 ISO fixings across the middle row, so you can clip the kiddie seats in and keep them nice and secure. Once they're a bit older, we even have a dinner table for them as well, somewhere to put their beaker as well. Yeah, lovely feature. And once they're even more old and have iPads and switches and iPods and anything else for that matter, down there is a 12-volt socket and also a plug socket. The plug socket is AC 230 volt 150 watt, and just above that is rear air conditioning blowers. Now let's just pop the camera upwards. Look at that. That is the most incredible panoramic roof I think I've ever seen. So unfortunately it's getting dark now. Can't do that, can't do much about that, it's the end of January, but look how much light that lets into the cabin. So where we do have my favourite now, black headlining, sometimes it's nice just to let a bit more light in. Okay, so I've done the exterior before it's dark, so everybody's happy. Now, driver's door. 3-way memory function for the driver's seat, and interior locking is found on those 2 buttons. On this panel here we have all 4 window controls with the electric mirror function and folding mirror function. for the last time in this video, let's spin that camera around to show you the drivers and passenger seats, so you can just see how padded they are, how supportive they're going to be around your lower back and the base part of the seat. So these two front seats are heated, so if you do suffer with a cold bum in the winter, pop your bum on one of these. Down here it features an 8-way, please count with me. 1 and 2 is your forward and backwards. You have a 3 and a 4, which is your height, a 5 and a 6, which is your rear tilt, and a 6 and a 7, which is your lumbar support. Now I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle, which you may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Okay, marvellous. So I said to begin with, oh, where's my camera not focusing? There we are. So I said earlier that this vehicle has done just under 4,500 miles of work, and it has 4,352 miles to be exact. So to complement the keyless entry system, we have a engine start stop button. Put your foot on the brake, the light goes green, and that gains you power to the vehicle. So the way the full hybrid electrical vehicles work, FHEV, I'm lost for words, they start off and at low torque demands, so when you're pulling away and you're in reverse, it will go on full electric. So I've started the engine and we have the green ready sign there at the bottom, and that means we're all good to go. And if you're driving a hybrid or electrical vehicle, you'll know without that green ready sign you're not going anywhere. So to the left hand side we have a conventional RPM gauge, and that counts the revolutions of the engine times 1000. So there you go, the engine is just clicked in there. Down at the bottom is a coolant temperature sensor, and going across we have your light, so that lets you know what lighting setting you are. So at the moment we're in automatic. Gear selector indicator down the bottom, as we have an automatic gearbox, and to the right hand side another fuel gauge with an analog speedo with miles per hour around the outside. And we have two individual screens on this one, so we have arrows on corresponding sides of the steering wheel, and we have things such as entertainment, your navigation, your Bluetooth connectivity, your Fhev phone, speed, and back up to entertainment. So that's a lovely media side of the screen. Now on the left hand side, this is where you'll find all of your crucial driver information. So we have different trip computers, fuel economy screens, and driver assistance. So I mentioned earlier, I will show you the driver assistance pack in its entirety, and that includes traction control. We have grade assist, local hazard information, blind spot assist monitors. I'll give you a quick explanation about that. We have cruise control, which is the adaptive cruise control. We have lane keeping, pre-collision assist, and time monitor, speed limiter, traffic sign recognition, and back up to traction control. We'll just come out of there now into settings, then vehicle settings, and we have things such as your alarm, chimes, lighting. So lighting is your auto high beam, then we got your locks for your keyless entry, mirrors will be for your auto fold, and oil life as well down there. So loads and loads of vehicle settings to go at. Sorry if it sounds like I'm rushing, but honestly I've just got so much to cover and I don't want it to be pitch black in the video, so please just appreciate I'm trying to get through it. So those are the arrows on both sides of the steering wheel for the corresponding screens. The right hand side of the steering wheel have this little cluster here, which is for your media. So that includes a volume plus and minus, a previous and next song, a pick up and decline phone, a voice command button, and a mute button. And on the left hand side is where you'll find the controls for the adaptive cruise control. So that will adapt your speed of your vehicle in coordination to the vehicle ahead of you. For a full explanation of that, please do give us a call. Right, so progressing the video now into the central console of the vehicle, we have this gigantic storage space here. I reckon you might get probably a 2 litre bottle of water in there, not a problem, but it's massive. So that's a place you can put all your stuff that you accumulate. Sweets, I'd fill that with sweets. You can't have a road trip without sweets, we all know that, let's not be silly. We have buttons either side of this incredibly beautiful rotary gear selector. So your foot on the brake, you can turn it then to the relevant drive position. It's weighted. If you're into your cars and like mechanical clonks and dials, and the feedback from that is very positive, so big fan of that. That sounded really sad, I know, sorry. Left hand side we have the park button for the forward park assist. So this vehicle, if I can just show on the screen quickly, will give you a bay park in, parallel park in, bay park in, and parallel park out. Come back to the screen in a second. We have a button there for the parking sensors, and this side is an electronic park brake. Pull up to apply and push down to cancel. Alternatively, put it in drive gear and pull away and it will cancel automatically. Underneath this cover here is where you'll find a lovely cubby hole to keep your phone. Don't touch it whilst driving, that's very naughty. Underneath there is another 12-volt socket. There we are, 12-volt socket and 2 more USB-A charging ports. These will deliver 2.1 amps of charging. This is what you'll be using for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So just skipping up north quickly. These are the physical buttons for the dual zone air conditioning. So both sides of the cabin can be set to individual temperatures. So if you do suffer with a really cold passenger, you can keep them nice and warm whilst keeping yourself nice and cool. I shall show you these again in just a second. Moving upwards, we have the SONY uprated audio systems. That includes SONY speakers throughout the vehicle, a very crisp audio system. Again, I run this SONY system in my one, and I mean, I'm in love with it. So yeah, if you're into your music and you want to have a party with your family, friends, and the rest of your passengers, you need a SONY sound system. Simple as that. And not only because of that, that there is a CD player. So go up to the loft, get your albums out, get a Kylie Minogue out, Roy Williams. We're back, having a party. Beautiful. So either side of the stereo there, we do have different heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls, such as air conditioning. You will electronically heat your front windscreen, recirculation on and off, and to the left hand side, rear demist, front demist, max demist and automatic function. This button here will activate the front facing camera. Please note, blue and orange vehicle. One more click on that will then take it to a panoramic wide view. So there we have the red car and even the grey car. One more click and we're back to the home page. Now is a very appropriate time to discuss this screen. This is called a Sync 3.4 module. It has a dark blue band at the bottom and it's actually currently in night mode because that's how dark it is currently getting. So on the left, bottom left there, we have audio. Then we have various different sources. In sources we have AM, FM, DAB, CD and also Bluetooth audio. Then we go into climate. So I showed you the physical buttons at the bottom, but we have a beautiful climate screen. So this is where you can see a digital readout of the temperatures. We've got your heated steering wheel on there as well, rear demist and all the different buttons as well. So some people prefer the physical buttons and some people love it on the screen. That's up to you. I don't judge you. There is your phone connectivity via Bluetooth audio. We have navigation, a beautiful sync navigation here. I use it all the time in mine. It's never let me down. But everyone has their preference, right? So if you'd like to use the Ford one, a quick demonstration, you're going to need Charlie Mike, 77, 6 Sierra Alpha. You can see how responsive it is. You're going to have no issues with this. And there we go. That will navigate your route straight here to Perkins Garages. Once you click start, don't forget you can have the directions appear on the little screen ahead of you. Progressing swiftly now into this part of the screen. This is where all your settings are for your vehicle settings. And you could sort out your rear occupant alert. I'm going to turn it off. Then we've got your Apple CarPlay widget and stuff like ambient lighting. So you might have seen me in the back. We had that nice little red underglow there, and that's where you can change that from. Only things I haven't shown you so far is the rear camera. So when you activate put it into reverse, that's where you can see your rear camera, including the park pilot. So that will give you a little line that will move with your steering to guide you in and out of all those tight spaces. And the proximity sensor for the front and rear parking sensors is to the top right hand side, so that will give you an intermittent beep that will increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. Pop it back into park and we come back to your main home screen. I mentioned earlier, this screen is fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So please, if you do have a smartphone, take advantage of that system. Plug it in using the USB data port down there. And so, for example, I use Apple, so it will mirror my Apple phone onto this screen. Many advantages of that, mainly it's hands-free, so it's nice and safe. You can wake up the voice assistant on your phone via the voice command button on the steering wheel, and then you could ask Siri, for example, to make calls, send audible text messages, play books, play podcasts, what's the football score, what time's the cricket starting next week. We love the cricket. It's anything, so it's a lovely system. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'm going to leave you with a beautiful sight of me closing up this rear blind. So again, thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll see more of me. Please subscribe, like, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below and I shall get back to you. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks for your time. Bye bye now.